Hey, welcome into Schlereth Slants, Super Bowl 57. Take your pick. Now, the one thing about the Kansas City Chiefs that blows me away is their ability to play off schedule. So there's two things that absolutely humiliate a defense. One, if you're just running it right down their throats on a consistent basis and basically saying, here we come, we're coming at you. It's the global gym philosophy of football. We're better than you, and we know it. And you just cram it down their throat, 5 yards, 3 yards, 6 yards, 4 yards, 6 yards, 8 yards, 2 yards, 12 yards, bam, touchdown. When you can do that, it humiliates the defense. That's when you'll see defensive guys turn on each other and go, what are we doing? And they're just screaming at each other in the huddle. So that's one way. The other way is when the second play gets you. And what I mean by the second play is when you have defended the first play, so whatever play is called, it's defended. You got it locked up. And then Patrick Mahomes goes off schedule. And he starts scrambling around. The next thing you know, you almost got him wrapped up, and he takes the ball from his right hand, puts it in his left hand, flips it to McKinnon running a crossing route, and bam, he goes down the sideline for 28 yards and a touchdown. That is the most frustrating thing because you've defended the first play, and now you have to defend the second play, the off-schedule play. And that's one of the hardest things in the world to do. And there is nobody better than the Kansas City Chiefs at doing that. So when I look at what this game really boils down to for me is when you look at the Kansas City Chiefs and their losses over the years, and this just comes off the top of my head because I haven't done the research, but I know it to be true. You can look it up if you'd like. You can comment below after you look it up. When they lose games, they are dominating in time of possession. Dominate. Now, they have won games in which they were dominated in time of possession as well. But when they lose games, they are dominated in time of possession. Why is that important? Because when you run the ball and you control the tempo of the game and you control the clock, what ends up happening to you on the offensive side is you start counting possessions. So the Eagles dominate time possession. They run the ball. You're sitting there as an offense going, we got to get back on the football. We got to get back on the ball. We got to chase points. We got to chase points. And you effectively shrink the game. Look it up. The games they've lost, it's been like 37, 39, 41 minutes of possession to 20. That to 19. That's what it's been in the games they lose. Now, like I said, they've won plenty of those games as well. But it starts to make you as an offense to count possessions. So all of a sudden, you've gotten the ball, you had 3 possessions in the first half, and you get the ball with 37 seconds left in the second quarter. So it's not really even a real possession. So you've gotten 4 possessions, but you've really only gotten 3. And the game is close, right? The other team is up by 3 or 4 points. So you start thinking, hey, man, this second half, we got to score every time. We're going to have to score every time we get the ball. And we're going to be lucky to get 5 possessions the way this thing is going. So we're essentially going to have 9 instead of 12 possessions. And so then you basically take yourself out of being balanced. You take yourself out of your own game plan and you start improvising. And that's how the Kansas City Chiefs lose. Now, we'll see if that rings true. We'll see if that happens. But I will tell you, that is how teams get the Chiefs. And I think that Philadelphia Eagles are tailor-made to play the game that way. As far as the defenses are concerned, if you look at it from a defense-to-defense standpoint, I don't think there is a place on either defense in which the Eagles wouldn't get the nod as a better team. I think both coaching staffs are very, very confident, to the borderline arrogant, but I think there's so much more pressure on Kansas City right now. This is their 3rd Super Bowl in 4 tries. This will be what? Their 3rd Super Bowl in 4 years. Excuse me, not 4 tries. 3rd Super Bowl in 4 years. 5 straight AFC Championship games they've been to. If you do that, you're already building a dynasty. But let me ask you how Brett Favre feels about winning one championship during his dynastic run as a Green Bay Packer. Let me tell you, or let me ask you, what do you think Aaron Rodgers feels about one championship during his dynastic run, 13-3 every year under Matt LaFleur, and never a championship to show for it? For the Kansas City Chiefs, man, there's just so much more pressure on this coaching staff. Because you go to another Super Bowl and you lose another Super Bowl and you have won with Patrick Mahomes. And I know Kansas City Chiefs fan feels like, oh, the window's open forever, but it's not. And, eventually Kelsey's going to retire. And eventually, I just am telling you, it feels to me like there's more pressure on the Chiefs than there is on the Philadelphia Eagles rolling into this point. That's just me. You can comment. Let me know what you think. I'm sure the Chiefs fans are going to tell me up your stink, and Eagle fans are going to go, hell yeah. So that's the way it's going to be. All right, so let's pick this game. I love this game. I love these two teams, but I love complete football teams more than I love teams that are run by a great quarterback. And I think Jalen Hurts has played exceptionally well this year, but I think the Philadelphia Eagles are a much better team. Top to bottom, I think they're a much better team. And my thought process in this is, I'll go back to my Redskins versus the Bills day when the Redskins took on the Buffalo Bills and they had a superstar quarterback by the name of Jim Kelly and we had Mark Rippon. You know what we had? A much better team. And you know what we did? We whooped that ass. That's what we did. So I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles, and I know it's the point spread is like 1.5. I got the Eagles by 10. I think the Eagles walk in this Super Bowl. But that's just my opinion. You can let me know exactly what you think down below. All right, that pretty much does it. Take your pick, Super Bowl 57. Appreciate you guys listening, and all the best.
Thanks for watching. Feel free to check out our other videos, and don't forget to smack that subscribe button down below while you're at it. Also, for more great and original content, head right over to bvmsports.com.